to the Redstone edition of Just the Tip. I'm here and I am Pepper. Alright, starting off with a totally terrible beginning. Excellent, Pepper. Alright, Redstone signal strength. I'm sorry, I just learned to talk today. If you've seen my other videos, you know that's true. Alright, let us move on back. Now, Redstone's signal strength will last 16 blocks. What if I want to go 17 blocks? Let's see what happens. Block 17. Oh, and no lights. Light? What happened there? You can actually use any pass-through block to make it go one extra, which is nice. And that means that this block is charged, so you can pretty much attach anything around it at any point. Not next to a sign though, because you gotta be smarter than the objects you're working with. But as you can see, that gives you the extra distance, which is nice in certain scenarios. You need a little help. I am in a flat world, so do not mind the jello. Just it's a big hospital day. There was some angry patients that were zombies, and they made the jello live, and it's been a whole thing. Moving on. Elevated levers and buttons work, but not redstone torches or pressure plates. Now, what I mean by elevated is I mean it was one block up instead of being on the same level. See, this torch is on the same level. If it were one block up, it would not work. I will show you. And we're not charging anything. Pretty useless. Levers though, link, and on we go. Buttons also work, and you'll see this is just next to this, so it's very nice because I'm charging, the slime is really distracting. Okay, but it just charges briefly, but this is essentially powering this block, which shouldn't really power this. I don't really know how that works unless I'm powering this block, which means I should be able to power this block too. But that might just power because of everything else around it. Never mind, I'm not going to figure that out today. Pepper, there are some mysteries you do not need to solve on camera. Okay. Signals travel 16 blocks. For each set of 16, it will pass through one solid block. Glass blocks do not work as pass-through blocks. It just wouldn't fit on the sign. And you know what? I'm not fixing it. That's good enough. Alright, so as you see, this goes over a block, which is perfectly fine, and still lights everything up, but if I were to make this a pass-through block, since we already have a pass-through block right here, the signal gets confused and just can't make it. This is right. Alright, moving on. Repeaters can lengthen your signal strength. Now, 16 is all well and good, but what if I want to go further than that? This little device here is called a repeater. Now, the great thing about it is just think of it as this is the handle of the gun, and this is the barrel, and this is the bullet. The gun shoots the bullet, so that's the way the energy goes. So energy enters here, load the gun with your energy. I'm going too far with it, I know. And shoot the bullet. And then you get a whole 16 more blocks out of it. And you can do that indefinitely and just keep going. And of course it lights all the way around it, and you have a pass-through block. So that does wonders for a lot of different map styles. Okay, moving on. Now, this is set up to show you the difference in speeds. Now, you can change the speed of the repeater by clicking. This is very fast, and this is is as slow as it goes. So I've got one row going as slow as it can go, one set up at its fastest, and they're all hooked up together, no redstone in between, and then just redstone down the way. And just to show you which one travels fastest, let's get down this way. See that? It's not even there yet. Neither of the other two are there yet. See that in the reverse as they go out? Yep. Redstone is almost the same exact speed as our slowest repeater here. So let us go over here. And now I tried to use some comparators just to see if it would work for me in a different way. Not in this sense it does not. So you just ignore what's going on over here. I just left it for symmetry. Very easy to climb with blocks. Just make sure that you continue your signal strength using repeaters frequently and that your electricity has a constant path that can get to the last portion that you want electricity to get to. Now you can climb upwards as well, but you will need, you can do this in a fairly small space, but you need it to be at least 2 across and 4 deep rather. And you need that because you need 3 together so that you can recharge the signal at a certain point. Now if you wanted the signal to be always on, you'd just put redstone torches. It wouldn't be a problem. But if you wanted the signal to be able to be turned off, to cease the signal, just like that, and there it goes, up and out. If you want to be able to do that, you can't have redstone torches all over the place, so you need to put a repeater in there. Now let's turn this back on. And that means you need 4. 1 for a step up and 3 across. So you can put a repeater in the middle, and I'll show you that again. Right there. You need at least one of those every 16 blocks. So that's as small as you can make it. 4 across and 2 deep. We're running up at the end of our video here. But I want to make sure to show you this circuit first before you go. This one over here we'll get to next time. But this circuit here, very simple. I'm actually going to cut it for right now. Lever right back there. Wait until this runs its course. As you can see, it's pulsing. Now basically, I'm going to cut that too. All you need is a loop. So make sure your barrels are all facing the right direction. This should travel around in this fashion. As you can see, we've got our power source down here, which will be our lever, and the lever will travel long to short, all the way up here, travel directly into our light source, and then come back around here. Now you can make this as long or as short as you want to. Just keep in mind, if you want to have a more varied pattern, it's got to be longer. If you want a simple blinking, fast blinking pattern, it can be shorter. It's completely up to you. So let's fly up this way. As you can see, we're already getting a signal. And it's just a neat thing to be able to do, to set up a timer like that. It can drop stuff, it can do pretty much whatever you want to do. You can speed it up, slow it down. I really enjoy it. And I know I skipped ahead a little here, but last but not least, let me show you. Let's get away from this witch. She's not sure what's going on over there. It confuses her, she doesn't like it, she's going to go away. That's right, you leave. Now, I wanted to see which was faster, the comparator or I've got to keep up with it. The comparator or that was anticlimactic. Just be quiet, Pepper. They like it when you shut up. The comparator or the repeater. And as you can see here, the comparator